Hello and welcome to the Adopt a Tree program. I'm Heather Donahoe with the Kitson SWCD. Today's theme is Evergreens and Winter. Your tree may or may not be an evergreen. My tree, Stan, is an evergreen. We've discussed evergreens before in Signs of Fall. To review, evergreens are trees that do not lose their needle-like leaves in winter and produce cones to protect their seed. Evergreens are also called conifers. In this area, the most common types of conifers are pine, spruce, and fir. A handy way to tell the difference between these three are that pines come in packets, spruces are square, and firs are flat and friendly. This means that when you find a pine tree, you can identify it by looking to see if the needles come in bundles or if they are borne singly on the stem. If they come in bundles of multiple needles, then you know that it's a pine tree. Spruces have square needles, so when you roll them between your finger, they will roll easily and you'll feel ridges on them. Also, they grow all the way around the stem. So when you touch a spruce tree, it'll feel really pokey. Fir trees have flat needles, so they do not roll easily between your fingers. Also, they don't grow all the way around the stem. They grow on one side, pointing upwards, which makes them feel much softer than a spruce tree. If your tree is an evergreen, then use the attached key to help identify whether it's a pine, spruce, or fir. If your tree is deciduous or goes dormant in the winter, then look for an evergreen nearby. If you decorate with a Christmas tree, you can use the key to identify it, because Christmas trees are always evergreens. Evergreens have been used to decorate during the solstice or longest night of the year since ancient times. Egyptians, Romans, Druids, Celts, and Scandinavian people used evergreens to decorate during the solstice. While you're outside, compare the deciduous trees you find to the evergreens. How are they different and how are they similar? Make a chart in your journal. Evergreens are also an important habitat for animals during the winter. Deciduous trees can be used as a habitat too, but evergreens are uniquely suited to winter because they provide a warm shelter and their twigs, needles, bark, and seeds can be used as a vital food source. Non-migratory birds, or birds who do not fly south in the winter, find these trees particularly useful. One such bird is the black-capped chickadee. They like to nest in pines and eat their seeds. They find this beneficial because there's less competition for them during the winter. Deer also benefit from the presence of conifers. They like to bed down in stands of conifer trees because there's less snow for them to compete with, and they find shelter from the wind there. Deer will also eat the bark of evergreen trees if they're hungry enough. These are not the only animals that benefit from them. Owls, chipmunks, squirrels, black bears, and many others find food and shelter from evergreen trees during the winter. Look around your tree. See if you can find any signs of critters hanging out around your tree. Use the attached guide to find out who's been visiting your tree. If you'd like to encourage birds to visit your tree, follow me and we'll make a pinecone bird feeder. We are going to make a pinecone bird feeder. For this activity, you will need a pinecone, peanut butter, cornmeal, a bowl, a rubber spatula, A measuring spoon or even just a regular tablespoon will work. A plate, scissors, and some sort of string or twine. So to start with, we are going to put a string on our pine cone so that we can hang it on our tree. So you're going to thread the string into your pine cone and wrap it around. I'm going to do 3 times. Then I'm just going to tie a little knot in the back. Now we're going to make the filling for the pine cone. So you want 1 part of peanut butter to 5 parts of the cornmeal. And this recipe is Audubon approved, so we know it's safe for birds. So we'll do 5 scoops of cornmeal to 1 scoop of peanut butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 scoop of peanut butter. Then we just mix it together. So I found my crunchy peanut butter to be a little too dry whenever I was trying to mix the mixture together. So I added another tablespoon of creamy peanut butter and the mixture came together nicely. I think it'll make a good consistency now. So once I've got a consistency that I like, I'm going to dump it out onto my plate. So now I'm going to roll my pine cone in the mixture. Once I have some of the mixture on my pine cone, I'm just going to roll it in a little bit more of the cornmeal to cover the outside. Then I am going to jiggle it so that the excess falls off. Now your pine cone is ready to go outside and be hung up on your tree. Try to find a location that you're going to be able to observe easily. You'll want to see what birds decide to visit your pine cone. Write down in your journal what birds you see come to the feeder. Some examples that might visit this pine cone are woodpeckers, titmouse, warblers, and chickadees. I hope you see lots of different kinds of birds and are able to identify them. Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope that you enjoyed this lesson, and if you did, please share it with others. If you'd like to experience more Adopt-A-Tree lessons, please visit our website or our Facebook page. If you've completed any of our lessons, please send a picture of yourself doing one of the activities or participating in the lesson to heatr.donohoh@mn.nacdnet.net for a free ice cream cone from the Shamrock Lanes. Thank you.